chair shot. Get it right.
Welcome back, Wrestle Nerds. Vic the Villain here. Let's see who making their way to the ring.
Pretty chubby flaco, dímelo mi gente.
Listen, you heard?
Ladies and gentlemen, another week in the books. We still out here. We still serving the masses. Here to talk that wrestling to you. And I think we got to get into that cardio pretty damn quick. How y'all feeling this week, guys?
A correr se ha dicho.
Baby.
A correr se ha dicho,
But
right?
when you really think about it, this week doesn't feel the same.
Does it? Does it not?
It just doesn't feel the same, man. We lost Howard Finkel this
My
week.
God.
All right, Peter Howard Finkel.
Yo,
Man.
the longest employee, the first employee for the WWF.
The first
Yo.
one, nah, there's other people that have been employed.
Right, but I mean, he's the longest
No.
employee.
He's technically the first employee hired back in
Is it
1975
official? Is it like
by
a
Vince McMahon Sr.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's pretty cool. I hope
Tommy
you didn't just make that
Dreamer's
shit up. I'll be
heavy
really
heart.
mad.
Nah. I heard it too. He was the first employee.
From
Dreamer
where?
was-
From PCF? He's your source? What are you,
No,
Brad Shepard?
I got my sources. The villain knows. The villain
No,
has his
I'm Shepard Bryant. Get it straight.
Hey.
Yo, are you putting up your pictures for Twitter After Dark? Wrestling
Hey.
Twitter After Dark?
Eso más
You
luego.
trying to find
Eso
out?
más luego.
Ooh,
Hey,
Don't
shout out to
rush.
Wrestling Twitter After Dark.
that's right. Don't rush, right?
Good time.
The heels never rush. Check out our video. Don't
Making,
rush.
making the best of this quarantine life here that we live in, man. We had to get on social media and give you guys a little treat, dance a little bit for y'all in this, time of need. But yeah, we did lose Howard Finkel. I'm telling you, as a kid watching wrestling, there's two voices that I learned to do as I was playing with my figures, because they weren't dolls, they were figures.
What
They
were you
still
playing
are
with?
figures. And
Shout out to Cottage
Vince
Place.
McMahon's commentary voice I could do with my but his 90s voice, not the
What's
Attitude
your
Era
best?
Vince.
You got to do your
I
best.
can't do
Howard
it now because my
Come on,
voice
what
back,
do you
but
got?
as a kid I could do it. But
Hey,
my,
no.
the following contest is scheduled for one fall is for the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah,
Yo,
not bad.
I learned that as a kid, and yo, I will forever remember this man. Yo, sad, heavy hearts. Tommy Dreamer used to see this guy once a month. He claimed on Twitter today. Damn man, tough times. We also had a lot of furloughs given out. Can we say that?
Lot.
Or can
Black
we?
Wednesday.
I don't know if we can call them furloughs. Mischief, talk to me, man. What? How we living in these streets?
Well, not very good if you're a number of people that used to work for the WWE. Man, that sucks, bro. It was like over 30 people. Supposedly the list is over 100 people. I saw that. The list is like 100 people. But
Is
some
there a
people didn't
cockroach on
Yo. Apparently there's a lot of people that like they haven't chosen to come out yet or whatever. But man, it's like on the one hand, it fucking absolutely sucks, but on the other hand, like a business is trying to run its business.
No doubt.
And to be honest, if we're all being honest, they were hoarding talent.
Facts.
Like worse than toilet paper.
It was pathetic.
like worse than toilet paper.
Like,
they
come
just
on,
had
man.
people to sit around. Now this sucks. Like nobody wants to have their livelihood taken away, and nobody wants to like lose that job security, that money. But on the flip side, like a lot of wrestlers have wanted wanted a way out of their contract, and this is one way of like Mike Bennett, right? Didn't Mike
Blessing in
Bennett
disguise,
just
right?
get released? Yeah. So I think this is gonna be, to put it in a better way, a good opportunity when all of this opens up to be like indie, like just blow up the indie scene. Like we were just like talking about how the indie scenes like might be depleted because of AEW and blah, 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 like a couple of months ago. Now we have this influx of like legitimate talent. Like think of a Sarah Logan somewhere, at a NEW, at a Synergy. That would be really, really fun to watch, right?
Talent.
Like Rowan, like, well, I mean,
Get on there.
Who else? Yo, who else got released? Tell me.
Rusev. You got Rusev.
Oh, Rusev. Thank you. He
You
was
got-
the big name.
You got Zack Ryder.
So I mean, there's definitely optimism, right, for us fans looking
Think
at
of-
their
think of-
end.
Zack Ryder's whole gimmick in the indies right now.
Amazing.
Amazing.
The
Like
things
the
that he could do.
internet star. Like he
King.
has a title that he
King.
brings
King
and
of the
defends.
Instantly
Around-
top tier wrestler in the indies.
Bro, like
Yeah.
you
Instantly.
have your opinion about who Zack Ryder was in WWE, but like really consider his market, like his whole package. He could be a fun up tempo wrestler, like an indie style wrestler would be so fucking. Him and Tony
And-
Deppen, holy shit, that would be a fucking crazy match. No,
And I'll be there an hour early just to cop as many figures on his merch table because I know he's gonna sell them.
oh, with the pie, and he'll be there probably with Curtis Hawkins. Like think about Curtis
Hey.
Hawkins.
Autographs.
Right out in the indies. Again, it sucks. This all sucks, and it's just trying to put make an opportunity, chicken salad out of chicken shit.
So it's easy. It's easy to to be like, because it's a very sensitive subject. It just happened, right? Not everybody is ready to speak about it. Drake Maverick came out.
Drake
Leo
Maverick,
Rush was
Dude,
on IG.
EC3. EC3.
So some people are talking about it, but you don't. There's also people that might be mourning that they don't want to. They're not feeling too good to talk about it. But us as fans, we're gonna look at the hindsight, maybe for selfish reasons, because we still can be like, hey, all right, you got fired, but I can see you going to AEW, man, because there will be life after this, right? And things will go back to normal. And now you're out of a contract, and AEW is gonna need more talent, right? Maybe that's not how people feel. To an extent, does it feel like a selfish way to cheer for them, or is it just us looking at the better things? Mischief.
The answer is yes, right? Like, yeah, it's a selfish thing, but it's also trying to put light on a dark matter, right? Like trying to just look at the other side of the coin and say, man, this really sucks, but maybe we can look at this as an opportunity. Rusev a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken, was asking for his release.
Right.
And the whole thing about not getting a contract extension, not signing, blah blah, got a contract extension. But Mike Bennett didn't. He wanted to leave. I keep remembering his name because I remember it was a big deal that Kanellis, right? That he wouldn't. Yeah. That he wouldn't get released, and he asked for his release, and he really. Again, it fucking sucks. It does. It's a dream for everybody. That's the biggest company in the world. Nobody grew up thinking otherwise. Oh, I want to be the indie darling. Everybody wanted to be the WrestleMania star, right? For better or for worse, or you can look at WCW or NWA or whatever. But there was the king at the time, and WWE is the king right now, and of course you want to be there, right?
What does this say about the scripted sports world that we live in, Pretty Chubby? Could this possibly mean that in the NBA or the NFL, some contracts might start getting cut and we're going to have to start cutting people out? What happens then?
I mean, if there's no revenue, how is all the talent and all the employees, how are they going to get their money's worth? How are they going to get paid? So you think about stuff like that, and cuts are going to be made regardless, whether they like it or not.
See, here's the thing. We're asking people that have stuff to stop having stuff. And
Right.
Yeah, right? Part of me is yeah, man, you've got so much stuff, man. You could give up some money. You're the billionaire, right? You're the fucking team owner. You can have no profits. You could give from your pocket and still be good. But is that okay to expect them to do that? Are they going to do that? Is Vince just going to be well, here's $1 million to cover all the, that'd be fucking dope, but it's, billionaires don't seem to react that way, right?
They needed that money.
And speaking about money
to bail out Jimmy Snuka.
And speaking about money, wasn't there money that he donated to Florida? Vince McMahon donated to Florida?
Who? Linda McMahon donated $18.5 million.
Talk to me about that, man.
The Florida Super PAC, blah, 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 whatever, Shit.
Is that like
politics? Politics is more scripted than wrestling.
Now that's
Because wrestling, the script gets ripped up and done on the spot. Politics is like planned and dark seated. So anyway, right? In this fully scripted fairy tale that is politics, Linda McMahon donates, and then that day or that week or whatever, WWE is deemed an essential business, and here we are in a very weird space where Vince McMahon is assisting in governmental policy
again.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
What a coincidence, right?
Right? Isn't he on the commission to open up sports and shit?
He is. He's on the council.
Yeah, he was advised in 1 week. In the same week, he was advised by Trump. He made a big donation, filed for bankruptcy for the XFL. Oh, by the way, was accused of covering up a murder. And what else?
Wait. Let's go back to the XFL for a second.
All of that. Let's cover.
Let's grab the murder real quick and like put it like I'm gonna pin it right here. Right. So you're gonna do that, right? Like murder. We're gonna pin that. And XFL. I think that all of these cuts happened because of the XFL, right? This is the day after the XFL declared bankruptcy, right? It was noticed that WWE had ties into like the fucking stocks and shit legally, whatever. I don't know. Look it up, man. It's crazy. So I think that them filing for bankruptcy and shutting down is what led to the cuts, where they were like, "Yo, we gotta find money."
That could be.
And what ended up happening after those cuts? Stocks went up. And now that I'm here, murdered.
Murder? You would have murdered anybody.
Talk to them about that murder.
Dark Side of the Ring, pretty chubby. Did you catch that this week?
I did not. I am behind.
Well, let me tell you, you need some catching up to do because Jimmy Superfly Snuka's story was on, and they covered the murder of Nancy. Murder because they accused Jimmy Snuka, right?
Her name was Nancy?
Yeah, right.
Her name was Nancy. I didn't watch it. I know.
I
know the story.
Well, you know what? We're not gonna be rude and spoil shit. Get your ass to the TV. Catch up with. Go check out Vice. Check out Dark Side of the Ring. This week's episode with Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
And what a coincidence!
Definitely a must watch.
And what a coincidence that you're talking about him because his daughter seems to be getting like a little semi-push.
Shit. If the shit doesn't get any thicker, yes, indeed. Tamina, she looks like she's getting a push here, guys.
Your sound got good and then it got bad again.
My sound?
Yeah. Something you did. Like, did you move or some shit? You knocked something out.
Se le paró.
Se le paró. No, 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 se le paró.
So
you sing like shit, by the way.
Tamina Snuka looks like she's getting a big push here, guys, and the timing couldn't have been any more terrible for this Dark Side of the Ring episode to come out for her.
Or was it exactly what they planned?
Hey, talk to me, enlighten me with that.
If you're the WWE, and we knew weeks ahead of time that this episode was coming out, I might have thought that ahead of time, right? And just be like, all right, well, the Superfly Snuka episode's coming out. I'm going to get bad press. They're probably going to make me look like shit. At that point, like, I'm sure he's talked to people that know something about what it's going to sound like. You know what I mean? Like, you know who the people are that are going to work on the episode. So I think one of the smart moves is to be like, look, I hold no ill will. Look, I'm pushing the daughter, and look, hey, everybody, let's focus on her and not focus on me.
And that murder case.
Yeah, murdered.
Murder.
Fuck out of here. I didn't murder nobody.
Murder anybody. It's been like a dark week, man. Like very dark. I mean, Jerry Lawler is even feeling some of the burn, man. Looks like he said a little slur at
slur.
Yeah.
Ese man es racista.
Racista.
It's just he can't stop doing it.
So Tozawa hits a moonsault, and he calls
It wasn't even a moonsault. He did like a front flip right from the apron. He fucking
and he called it a ramen noodle salt, right? Some shit like that.
ramen noodle moonsault. Like, why do you do shit like that? Like, shut the fuck up.
Man.
For what? Like, shut up, man.
Are you
survived.
trying to be? It's like you're trying to be Cornette now. Like,
Yeah.
are you trying to live up to Cornette?
Shut the fuck up. Now that you said Cornette.
But speaking about Cornette, yeah, wasn't Cornette defending Jerry the King Lawler on social media?
Yes, man.
Wasn't he?
Now, out of everyone out there in the wrestling world, the last person that you would want to be defending you is Jim Cornette.
You know you fucked up.
You fucked up.
You fucked up when Jim Cornette defends you.
Got your
Says hi.
Hey,
Waving at you.
sliding in them DMs. Hey, guys, TV was interesting to say the least. There's build for Money in the Bank. I enjoyed that because I enjoyed who came out winning their respective matches. This week's Raw. Let's cover SmackDown. A note from SmackDown. Triple H 25th anniversary celebrated in the game and begins in 2 weeks. What does this mean for the game, and what does this mean for the story going on? Pretty Chubby, is this something that we're really appreciating Hunter for, or are we building here?
What if this is the start of Vince McMahon out and Triple H in with everything that's going on?
And no lube.
I'll tell you what. If anybody's willing to make something that's real into a storyline, it's Vince.
That's true.
Right? And if there's something wacky going on, even if it's a rumor, he might want to run with it. And the way things are right now with XFL, with cutting all these people, apparently he had heat backstage about how he manages his own company, whatever. But
not the first or the last.
It's yeah, right? Like, it's happened before. So what's gonna happen here?
It's the odd time because you can't call it. I recall last week saying that these times don't mean nothing basically in the storyline world for WWE. I didn't feel that any stories that they had will hold any substance. So I'm slowly pulling away from that because it seems like they don't give a fuck. The stories are still intact regardless of the empty arenas, and it looks like they're gonna keep it up. So
this is where Hunter attacks.
Could
that's
it
the
be?
storyline we see, right? That's what's gonna happen
I like it being
behind the scenes, and then you just cut a shitload of talent. You need a little bit of star power. Who can still wrestle on a part-time basis? Triple H, right? He's a name.
Bret Hart.
He's a draw. Bret,
No.
get the fuck out of here, Bret Hart.
He
got tackled by a fan twice.
That Hall of Fame was terrible.
And that was when he was wrestling. That was when he was
was that
active.
You sure that wasn't Vic trying to go down on him?
Wow, I believe it.
Listen,
Whoever.
my whereabouts of the day of the Hall of Fame last year may be a little blurred, but you can't prove a thing, right? You can't prove shit.
Like, come in your eyes. So,
what we can't prove though. Go ahead,
we can't prove a murder, apparently.
Murder.
Who would you, if we do this as storyline, right? And Triple H tries to overthrow Vince, right? Because we need the star power. Vince can't wrestle. He's fucking 140 years old. So who do we see?
Shane McMahon has to be one of the guys at some point in the storyline. If this is a long build, I give you Shane McMahon.
That's a good point, but we've seen that before.
You need Brock Lesnar, man.
Nah,
right?
Brock Lesnar and Triple H. I mean, you said
I'm thinking more of guys that would be in line with the boss and like corporate style. And
what
I
if
can't
Triple
think of
H
any right now.
comes back, has a big match with Brock Lesnar, becomes the champion for like a year and a half? We'd be so pissed.
No.
But does Triple H have the stamina?
What's that?
Stamina?
The stamina.
What?
The
Really?
stamina.
The
Your thumb don't
stamina.
got the stamina.
They haven't
Punk.
made that shot yet. They haven't made that shot.
CM Punk and Triple H.
That's a draw.
CM Punk and Triple H. That's true.
That would be a nice.
You think they're gonna
to-
cut everybody and sign a big name to a big contract? Yup. Stupid. What?
I mean-
you think
I
that's
mean,
not gonna happen?
I mean, aren't they paying Edge big money?
The thing
Yeah,
is, we are
Rock and
still
fucking-
in quarantine, and it doesn't look like they have any top talent working right now. You're seeing a lot of new guys. The Forgotten Sons got airtime on SmackDown last Friday night. Great for them,
Always
but
forget about them.
it looks like it's everybody that's in Orlando right now, right? So the Performance Center is gonna get a bunch of guys. We saw some debuts on Raw. Raw wasn't all that bad. Talk to me about Seth Rollins here and how he curb stomps Drew McIntyre pretty chubby. Is this a good look for Drew early on in his title defense or title run?
Damn,
Well,
you buried the whole story there. That was a nice little story about getting attacked.
It looks like we found who's going to go after Drew McIntyre's title now. Because think about it, there is no heels left in Raw.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Because AJ Styles is out of the game. He's out for a while. And right when you thought that Andrade was going to be the next guy, they squashed that right away by having the main event, champion versus champion, and Drew McIntyre came out victorious. So who's left?
You know who would be left? It could be anybody. And you know what? Remember back in the day when we said you gotta take it, you gotta reach for the
Take
brass
the
ring, the brass ring. So and you can't say anything nowadays in 2020, but look at what we're
What the
looking
fuck you talking about,
look
bro?
at the times that we're in, right? There's empty arenas now, and there's wrestlers that wouldn't get the time of day that are not performing for you guys, right? On weekly television shows. The only guys that are left, while the big names are not nowhere in sight because maybe they have families, maybe they just can't be there, whatever the case may be.
Or they don't want to be there.
Mischief and Pretty Chubby Flacco. I pose this to you. If you are one of these superstars, remember the grit, remember the hunger, remember the nights that you didn't get the push, the times that you got the people that went over you and got the shine now, that came past you. I'm talking about guys like Apollo Crews. I'm talking about guys like No Way Jose, right? They're there performing. Now, what if you gave them an open mic?
Jose's not performing. Papi.
Now,
Jose got cut.
He's out.
Okay, but what if you had an open mic to this type of wrestler, right? And you just said, here, entertain. Would I be wrong if I just said a mean ass promo about how I'm still showing up today and no one else is around? Now I'm the guy. I'm the man here in town. And I'm the one that to be reckoned with.
I'll tell you what. In Vince's eyes, this is where Roman Reigns builds a really nice fucking comeback story, and like, you know, after this whole quarantine thing, whatever. But that's what should happen. That's the
Something
story
along that line, right?
That should come right at Roman as soon as he comes back. You weren't here, and obviously he's got yo.
And that's the one to do it because that one gets the most heat.
Right.
That one
But
gets
it's
the most
also
heat.
sympathy. Like, you're going to get heat and sympathy. So in Vince's eyes, he's going to see a good storyline for that. But that's what's going to happen. It's going to get him mad heat. Because who's going to be that guy that's coming up that's going to have to face and get squashed by Roman? Right? Who's going to fucking tell him what a lot of people are thinking? Roman should be home. I want to preface that. Roman should be home and safe and healthy. You know,
everybody should be home. Everybody should be home.
But I'm also grateful to have something to fucking watch, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta, and it's just like thanking the nurses that are out there too, man. Everybody's doing everybody's part of the help.
doctors and nurses, everybody.
Everybody's trying to be part of something to help.
Shout out to all the
God bless
essential workers
everybody,
out
man.
there
No doubt, no doubt.
Workers.
getting shit done.
Probably the most nicest moment we've ever had on this show. Congratulations, guys. But with that
Coronavirus, fuck 'em.
said, with that said, we got some NXT and some AEW to cover, gentlemen. Pretty chubby.
Wait, we didn't talk about the trio, the triangulo, the
Oh
fucking.
God, you're right.
Wait
You are so right.
fucking minute.
You are so right.
And before I mentioned that, we also didn't talk about the Two Fly crew or Team Two Fly or whatever Cedric Ricochet are now.
Yo, I like that team.
Yes, I
like
do.
that team.
But they're Two Fly apparently. I think is the name. They said it on Twitter. Yeah, Two Fly, some shit. Two Fly crew, Two Fly, some shit like that. I'm down for like. I don't know. That's got like a 90s 2000s vibe. So I think I'm
the
down.
pairing. I could care less what the hell they're gonna be called because it's not gonna last too long. Much.
Oh,
I think.
they got matching ring gear.
Yeah, no, they do that. You're right. So it might last longer than most.
Yeah,
they also got squashed by the Viking Raiders.
Yo, shut up, bro. They did not get squashed. It was a good match.
But the Viking Raiders will be moving on to now another program with our boys who want the smoke, right? Montez Ford y ¿cómo que se llama el otro? And
D'Angelo Dawkins.
D'Angelo Dawkins.
And they're gonna have a banging out. We're gonna have
Who wants
hell of a match.
Smoke?
Listen, I'm here for that. That's gonna be a good one. But I like the pairing there. How about this trio though? How about we have to name this stable? Selena Vega.
Selena Vega.
With Andrade.
Yeah.
And Austin Theory and Angel Garza.
Triple A.
What are we? La Migra?
Oh, you're an asshole. You're a piece of shit, bro.
We gotta start and have a firm.
All I gotta say
too nice for you. You had to fuck it up already.
All I gotta say is tranquilo, papi. Tranquilo.
They're not gonna call them the Ingobernables, bro.
No, but they can call them tranquilo. Los tranquilos.
Los tranquilitos.
Selena Vega.
Because this group, it gives me like, yo, the feels right now, man. And if they keep up coming, if they keep it up, jumping everybody every week, man. I want to see that.
They already used the fist bumps that are los inaugurales do.
Yeah, they do that.
And what?
Ingobernables.
Incorpenables.
Yo, what? You can't say it.
Domaduro con queso.
Yo, and we know, and we speak fluently, man. We still can't say that shit. That's rough.
Ingobernables. Why can't you say that?
Oh,
Ingobernables.
No.
You're still saying it wrong.
Los Ingobernables.
Ingobernables.
No.
Que venado gordo, ni venado gordo. Ingobernables.
¿Te gusta la what?
Ungovernables. Ingovernables.
You know who's not ingovernable? Judy.
Oh, your girl Judy's in quarantine, yo. But that was before coronavirus. It was after you, though. Watch out, Meet the Bad Guys video. Bang, bang.
The NXT. Can we move on to NXT, fellas? Or we still got some more Raw? Drew McIntyre defeated Andrade in a rematch from TakeOver.
I didn't like that.
We got a couple of qualifying matches for Money in the Bank on Raw.
Oh, hold on. That one, since you mentioned McIntyre, that one moment where I think it was Angel Garza grabbed his leg that gave Seth Rollins an opportunity to fucking get in the ring, I thought was fucking beautiful. Yes. It was such a simple, stupid thing, but I appreciate it because then Drew McIntyre is just fucking standing there waiting for Seth. So it gave Drew something to do so that he can be surprised.
You know what I mean? 3 seconds that it took was worth it. Worth it for the story.
I'm pretty sure it was Angel or was it Theory?
It was Angel.
It was Angel. Angel Garza, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he grabbed his leg or some shit and he was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Perfect. That shit was well played. And that goes back to your point about like the feels, right? They've got like this vibe to them. And I would have never thought that like Theory would have been a part of that, but I think he mixes in very well with like that kind of like just like character work. Like they're all so like suave and shit. They remind me of like Razor Ramon a little bit. Like they're all kind of Eddie Guerrero-ish. Right? They got that swag.
We got the new LWO.
I can see the WWE 24 already for them, and how the organic stable was created through injury and chance and opportunity, because that's really what it was here. Angel Garza came out after injuries to Andrade, and then Austin Theory came out to another injury of Andrade. So pretty much a bunch of botches was what made these guys.
Bless you.
But like that's what writing should be, though.
No doubt.
Writing should write to what's happening, right? And opportunities present itself, like you said.
Glad you brought that up.
Of course, I know
because
what I'm doing. I've been here before.
Opportunity and writing go hand in hand, I believe. Sometimes writing is key here. And how do we feel, Mischief and Pretty Chubby? How do we feel about one Ronda Rousey, who has been making headwaves this past week in what she has said that was so taken out of context, or was it not? Mischief?
I fucking loved it. I loved every second of it. I think she needs to do more of it. It doesn't matter if she comes back or not. Just fucking be a juggernaut heel. Look what MJF is doing. He's just fucking saying shit and not giving a fuck. Rousey's doing the same exact shit. I fucking love it.
So are you saying that this is a work?
Yes. Yes, this is a work. Absolutely. Okay. And you know what? She needs to fucking keep doing it. Even if she's never involved in wrestling again, keep trashing the sport, because when you come back, you're going to have so much heat. It doesn't matter what the storyline is. You could jump right in. Ronda Rousey will always have a place in the ring if she just keeps shitting on it. I know that's counterintuitive. I know that sounds like against everything that we've ever talked about on this show in terms of giving things value. You always talk it up. You always sell. But if she buries it, the company, like whatever company like, can you imagine her wrestling AEW?
Anywhere else. And you're right. It's brilliant. It's brilliant here, but I think we covered this on the show years ago. Ronda's career will or should run parallel to one Brock Lesnar, and he is the most hated man from MMA or from UFC, right, from the UFC world, who was a successful heavyweight champion, and now you have the female who ran the show over in UFC, who was a successful women's heavyweight champion. And now she should be hated because she was too over. And I think now she comes back because you said the key word there in your whole thing. When you come back, Ronda, because it's inevitable. You will come back. They're not going to not cash in on this 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen. The ball is the play has been set. And now here we are. Speaking of balls, the golden balls right there.
You know I know that.
We got 10 pounds of gold, baby.
Yes, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait. This is definitely going to take us to that on that trip, on that roller coaster, man.
You know what? You said something that was blatantly obvious, and you're absolutely right. Her career needs to run parallel to Brock, and Brock, he buries this shit. Like, he's like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. So her doing it her way, like, I think is great. Keep doing it. And then Nia Jax answering online and all the wrestlers answering back. Yes. Keep doing that shit.
Yes.
People talk about that.
Because people want that now. That's it. That's all you needed in 2020. That's how you hook us. Right?
Jax, I'm going to break her face or whatever. Like, everybody, comment. Fucking go ahead. Push that agenda.
Speaking of breaking of faces, last week we might have had a breaking of faces when Johnny Gargano's sweetheart came to save the day and pretended to kick him in the balls during his match against Ciampa. So is she heel now or what?
She's definitely a heel.
Okay.
She joined forces with Johnny Gargano, helped him
Now
out.
Candice and Johnny versus Killer
Well,
Cross and Scarlett.
not really. We'll get there when we go over NXT.
Well, let's talk about it because this week Johnny Gargano was at least via satellite, right? Or was he there?
It was Tommaso Ciampa.
Ciampa interrupted.
No. Ciampa was at the Performance Center.
He was at the center, bro.
Johnny Gargano
Ciampa got jumped by Killer Cross.
Killer Cross. So it happens.
Spoiler alert, Pusey dies.
Fuck!
Now where do we go, right?
Oh, Tiger King dies as well.
Oh. How? That hasn't been spoiled yet. Or has it?
So long.
I loved it, man. I can't wait. Ciampa and Killer Cross right off the bat. Woo! I can't wait for the next takeover, man. We gotta get there. There in time. AEW was no slouch of a show. Pretty chubby.
Hold on. But if Tommaso Ciampa, right, he gets jumped by Killer Cross, and then Johnny Gargano gets involved, what game is Johnny Gargano playing here? The game of Tommy, Johnny's only my bitch, like fucking Ciampa's only my bitch. Yeah, like fucking it's a Orange is the New Black. Like this is my bitch. Don't fuck with my bitch.
Hey, we just can't fast forward to the part where Pusey dies. We can't. AEW, the Bubbly Bunch, Mischief, explain this to me.
No. It was fun, man.
Fun time.
You know what was great? The shitty editing. I thought that was great. It would like Jericho's cooking his shit and he's flipping, but then they cut to another thing and there's nothing in the pan and he's just pushing air in the pan.
He puts out the episodes that only us editors would appreciate to hate, right?
What about that scene when Jericho's pouring the orange juice in the cup and he obviously spills some, but then they go back to the shot of him and there's nothing on the counter.
That shit is funny, that shit cracks me up, man.
That shit was funny.
Le Champion does not spill the orange juice. It's impossible.
That shit evaporated.
Pretty chubby. The main event. Jon Moxley. First title defense against Jake Hager Swagger. Right?
That match was a slugfest. They were going at it.
They went at it. They
went into the crowd, minus the crowd.
So are we being entertained from the product we're seeing here during this quarantine here? Because it looks like we're going to get title defenses at random here. They're going to throw anything at us. Anything pretty much goes with AEW, right? They're not really following a specific script. Feel like it.
No, but they're making the best. They're making chicken salad out of chicken shit, right? And they're doing a really good job at it because, writing that Chris Jericho kicked all the fans out of the stadium, right? And he banned them from the stadium. That was a storyline for a minute. And now, like, that they're going to have, like, matches in empty arenas and have a no-holds-barred empty arena match. Like, that was their decision.
Yeah.
Like, we're this is the special. All the matches are empty arena matches right now, my guy. Like, fucking, but they're making it work, and that empty arena match felt different from a regular match, and they went through the crowd and they made use of the space, and then they came back in the ring really early. But the match was really, really good. It was a slugfest. You make the best of a situation, and I think AEW really has capitalized and in a way, like, you can't, that whole Vanguard thing would probably not fly in an arena full of people because of the liability, because what if the thing falls, whatever, like Matt Hardy fucking bouncing around the live stage, like, that's not happening. So
Great editing job with that one too. Huh?
That was awful. That was so bad.
Pretty chubby. To Mischief's point, everybody's wrestling in empty arena matches, right? Speaking of which, TNA Impact, they returned to action live or pre-recorded. Was it pre-recorded, Mitch? Pretty chubby this week.
You want me to be honest with you?
Well, how honest?
Nah. Lie to me and paint me like one of your French girls.
Didn't really seem like it was an empty arena or a normal show this week.
I heard that they were gonna start.
I
heard that they were gonna start recording like empty arena shows, from what I heard. So they must have come back with new episodes, but I mean, I'm not too big on Impact.
I'm glad there's more wrestling coming out slowly. NWA Power, you're next.
Look, Impact has still put on some interesting product. They have the best women's division. Taya Valkyrie, and I say, listen, the WWE women's division is very, very good, and they don't get the credit they deserve because I don't think that they always get written in the best situations. A woman like Asuka is much better than she's being written. Right, Becky Lynch, fucking Charlotte is amazing, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. All right, cover that part. Throw that in the fucking side. The women's division at Impact is the best women's division in wrestling. It is more interesting. I think the women's do a tremendous job. There are great players everywhere, but the knockouts division, man, fucking Valkyrie has been so good for so long. The match she just had with Tennille Dashwood, right? And then Jordan Grace coming out and whooping ass. She was hitting the dude and the fucking the kendo stick exploded. I don't even know how that happens, but it makes it
my baby
they
mama.
can go. These women at Impact can go with the guys and
Tessa,
it's a blessing to watch. Oh yeah,
right?
That girl, right?
That girl. So yeah, and I mean they lost Scarlett because they didn't know how to use her, but they've always been like Rosemary, Sue Young, right? Like, oh shit, you fucking start looking through the roster, you're like, damn, it's not just like the first 4 or 5 girls.
Yeah,
like, they're fucking deep. So that Impact this week was actually not too uneventful. The right to censor, fucking cancel culture. Joey Ryan is continuing his storyline, right, as no longer dick slinger, and all pretty white boy, IRS style. But what was really interesting is Ken Shamrock is in a storyline right now with Sami Callihan, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
And
that's really interesting
because Sami Callihan just came back as like this hacker.
He's been slowly. Shamrock's been slowly going up the ranks in that stable alone because he had just taken out their big man at the last pay-per-view, I think, in the first match of the night, something like that. But Impact has some good stories, man, and the women's are definitely top notch, better than most, to say the least. I would like to see WWE's women get the credit, like you said, that they do deserve. But hey, they are give and take, right? WWE
just because you say one is
event,
good,
right?
Doesn't mean the other one sucks, right? Like just because you say, yo, this one's really good, the other one's garbage. No, they're both really fucking good. But I think that Impact's roster, man.
Se nota mejor.
I still don't think that they're better than the NXT women's roster. And now that you added Charlotte into the mix, I don't know, that value goes even higher. Think about it. Think about the potential. Think about those potential matchups that we see with Charlotte now. Now you're gonna see Charlotte versus Io Shirai at first hand.
Io Shirai is really fucking good.
All right.
But is she? I don't know. I mean, I like Io Shirai, but after Io Shirai, who is there? Bianca Belair's on the main roster, right? Who else you got?
Who else you got? You got Tegan Knox.
Okay.
You got Candice LeRae.
Okay.
Ooh, Candice.
You have Mia Yim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair cut a promo, and at the end of her promo, she said that her first NXT match was against Mia Yim. And now that they're both in the same roster again, she wants to give Mia Yim an opportunity.
Yeah, because that's it, bro. Look at what you just said, and you're comparing that to Impact. You're comparing that to the Knockouts division.
Dude,
Jordan Grace alone wipes the floor with all these girls, bro. Taya Valkyrie is better than any one of those girls.
Jordan Grace can curl them.
she's thicker than a Snicker, but don't get me wrong.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying is there was definitely a heel this week. There was definitely a pop for this week, and there was definitely a chair shot. What are they? Pretty chubby. Let's kick us off with the heels pop and chair shot of the week.
Besides the COVID,
Come on. That's so lazy of you, you piece of shit.
besides the president of the United States.
Oh, no politics.
Hey, that's
Fuck
gonna get edited. That's gonna get bleeded.
Heel of the week. I don't know. I got my eyes on Killer Cross
Ooh, okay.
Damn,
for the
so
ambush, attacking Tommaso Ciampa from the back.
Whoa.
Maybe he liked it.
Ask Judy.
Espérate.
Mischief, who you got as healing this week?
I think that was gonna be my choice, right? And then I don't want to say Chris Jericho again because
Chris Jericho cut a promo with the Bubbly Bunch.
Yeah, which is awesome. But no, I think that the trio Los Tranquilos were the heels of the week in how strong they looked right throughout the show. They had their matches, right? They had their ambush. They did the Drew McIntyre thing. I think it was really good. Selena looked so strong, right? The stable looks so good. That's my heel of the week. I thought they did the best.
No doubt. I'm gonna give it to Finn Balor. I was gonna go with the trio though. That's a great pick. Finn Balor has been making a name for himself slowly, but in these times it's hard to tell. He's got that fight coming up with Walter, right? But he's got to pick up some heat because he's not gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be the fan favorite for that match. He comes out and interrupts Velveteen Dream on a promo that he's going back and forth with Adam Cole when he regards Adam Cole as the greatest NXT champion of all time. But Finn Balor had some other things in mind when he thought he was the best NXT champion of all time. So now him picking a fight with Velveteen gets him more heat, and I feel like he's trying to do anything in his power to, be healed. As F. That's my guy. Pretty chubby. What made you pop this week, bruh?
What made me pop?
Pap. What made you pap this week?
Popcorn.
Besides our Don't Rush challenge video.
Hey.
Don't rush.
You guys got to go check that out.
HPC
Too Sweet at Instagram, Twitter. Check that out. Check your boy out.
Hey.
But what made me pop this week?
Now pop has a whole nother meaning.
That's gonna make the boards this week.
It had to be that Bubbly Bunch promo. That shit was hilarious.
Damn, that shit was so good.
That shit was good.
It's so good. It was so corny. I loved it. It was great. I loved it. I want more of that shit.
With that said, I think Mischief was robbed with his pop of the week right now with that.
Yes. Yeah.
For the second time.
You guys 2 steals, bitch.
I'm sorry. Fuck him.
Pop. Fuck. I have nothing else that comes to mind off the bat. I think that the whole week was just dampened by the cuts. Like if you were on Twitter reading the cuts as they happened,
it was kind of like nothing was happening until that happened, right? Like we were nothing was really going on, and then boom, you get that, and it's wow, holy shit. That definitely put a damper on shit this week, man, for sure. I don't even know I can tell you my pop of the week was probably hearing of Adam Cole, but he didn't even do nothing.
I don't know. Like, there was nothing this week other than I thought the Bubbly Bunch was funny. But other than that, I was just kind of like, sigh. Everything's alright. It's cool. All right. Nothing crazy.
My pop of the week might be Vince McMahon.
Oh.
No, he
making sure that there's still gonna be some wrestling
Huh.
He also got
I'm
heel
not
of
gonna
the
lie.
week for
People may, feel how they feel about it, but at the end of the day, I'm a wrestling fan, and I'm happy that we got something to watch, and he's gonna do his also part to be of the help. I feel like what he does, maybe his not intention is to help, maybe his intention is business, but it's still helping others get through this hard time. So yeah, that popped a little bit for wrestling, man. I leave my wrestling alone, man. I like my wrestling.
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah, right.
But you're right? Like, so part of you is like, damn, this is like unhealthy, fuck, like I hope nobody gets sick. But then like, damn, if they're not wrestling, what the fuck am I doing? Like, well, what is there to do? There's no sports of any kind. Like, nothing is going on, nothing live, nothing televised is.
They're trying to be the
recent.
hero and feed their families, so somebody got to support, right? I'll be that guy. Which takes me to my heel of the week.
No, your chair shot.
chair shot.
I mean, well, the chair shot of the week. My chair shot of the week. Linda McMahon for publicly donating as much as she did on, very coincidental time.
Yeah, April 9th. Look it up.
Pretty chubby. What's your chair shot? I missed you. What's your chair shot?
My chair shot. What did I hate? The cuts. How about that? How about people losing their fucking livelihoods? That sucked. I fucking hate it. That was the worst.
Howard Finkel,
it
man.
sucks so bad.
Shot.
Oh, Howard Finkel. Fuck.
Howard
That's good
Finkel.
too. I mean, that's a chair shot too.
It's
That's
a
good
hard
pick.
week. It's a hard week this week, man. We try to do our best here at HPC, and we try to do to cover what we can cover, but it was rough, man. This week was a lot of dark stuff. And
Jimmy
Snuka's story came out even more. Which
I give a tiny little chair shot to Jerry the King Lawler.
Okay.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Basura.
Yo,
It
what's
was
up?
rough.
Oh, so they edited that out of the Hulu version, right?
Really?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So they noticed.
They should have
Right.
noticed at the live show.
But what are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, hey, get those words back. You know what I mean? Like he fucked
50-second delay.
up. Tackle him before he goes live.
You know what they should have done though? That's all the time we had for you folks this week.
What?
We don't give a damn where you got your fix from because we know you got to
Yo.
get it with the quarantine.
Trash.
And we thank you for getting your fix with the bad guys, being with us as we try to be with you from satellite. Pretty Chubby, tell them what they could do for us as a token of their appreciation on YouTube.
You guys can check us out at Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to rate,
Why are you so
review.
sad, yo?
Give us that nice little comment. Tell us if we suck, because I know what I suck on during this
Put some-
quarantine.
What?
Hey, yo.
And check us out.
Special nerds. This is Victor Villain.
No,
Let's
not
talk about
that.
that shit right now.
And check us out at HPC 2 Suite. I repeat, HPC 2 Suite at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Yo, this is the longest
your mom's anus.
outro
Your
I've
sister's
ever heard in my
titties.
life.
It's gonna have a 2-part outro in the
Your
end of
aunt's-
the description.
Your aunt's back.
of the episode.
Wow, your aunt's back? Or did she come back?
Your
it's-
grandmother's foot.
Hey.
Wow.
I'm in there. I'm in there like swimwear, bro.
10 counts to 10.
Told
So
ya.
be safe. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. We love y'all. See you next week. Peace.